Hey, what's up, everybody? 10 burning question time. We made it. We are on, finally, to the movie everybody loves to fight over, Halloween Ends. And real quick, before I get into my 10 burning questions on Halloween Ends, a couple of things. Number one, just housekeeping related. I've really enjoyed making these 10 burning questions videos, and I've gotten some great feedback and things like that. So I'm planning on continuing them with another franchise, and I want you guys to kind of tell me which franchise you want me to do down below in the comments. I'm leaning towards Friday the 13th next. But I'm considering Nightmare on Elm Street and a few other franchises too, and even just some random movies that would be interesting to talk about in this format. So please let me know in the comments if you want to see me continue this and what franchise or movie you want to see me do. And real quick too, before I get into the 10 burning questions here, just want to quickly speak on my soapbox about the Gordon Green trilogy as a whole. And I say on my soapbox because I'm gonna kind of give some of my thoughts on fandom and the divisiveness and some of the other just crazy shit you read online, you hear on YouTube about this trilogy. And when you have your own YouTube channel, it's nice because you can just talk about whatever you want. So if this isn't something you want to hear me talk about, either skip ahead or turn it off. No big deal. But anyway, as a whole, Halloween Ends kind of brought forth the divisiveness and kind of all the weaknesses in the David Gordon Green trilogy, whether it was, kind of the inconsistency of the trilogy and, going in so many different directions and, having a lot of plot threads left open and then taking a right turn and going another way. Some of the dialogue that we got, I personally was extremely harsh in my last video on Halloween Kills, extremely harsh on some of the dialogue, some of the acting, character choices, and things like that. So I am guilty of this as well. But I think we just need to take a step back as fans and just realize we got three great made Halloween movies. Like, whether you think the movie is actually great or not, you might hate this trilogy as far as character decisions, story arc, and things like that. These are well made movies, well made Halloween movies that had the fans in mind. Now, you might, have a rebuttal with that. Well, Halloween Ends didn't have the fans in mind. Shut up. Just shut up and fucking listen. Okay? These are movies that are well made. They had the fans in mind. They got the look of Myers right, the mask, all kinds of shit. There was a lot of care put into this trilogy, movie by movie. We hadn't had that before. Okay? Whether you like the movie or not, and I know there's a lot not to like. I'm not saying like everything. I'm not saying don't critique it. But don't call it all dog shit. Don't start fighting with someone because they like Halloween Ends and you hate Halloween Ends. It's fucking ridiculous. And it's not just Halloween fans. It's not just horror fans. It's everything nowadays. So it's probably a people position more than like a Halloween position because you see it in politics. You certainly see it in Star Wars. Halloween Ends is the most divisive movie in the franchise right now. You know why? Because it's the latest fucking movie that came out. It's the most divisive movie until the next one. And there will be a next one. Stop the fucking infighting and just enjoy life once in a while. Growing up, all we wanted were some well-made Halloween movies, right? And we just stuck with Halloween 5, Halloween 6, Halloween H2O, and I know there's great parts in those, just like there's great parts in these. But, a lot of it was also dog shit as far as they're not caring about the continuity of the mask. They're not caring about what we think. I know you can make the argument that, with Halloween Ends, they kind of shit on a lot of that and us, and that's fine. But the fact that we got Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends in, a 5-year period or whatever the hell it was, 4-year period, is pretty damn impressive. And these movies, no matter what you think of them, no matter what you think about Corey Cunningham or what I think of Tommy Doyle's performance in Halloween Kills, Anthony Michael Hall, whatever I think about that, whatever you think about that you don't like, we got the fucking flashback, man. We got James Jude Courtney, man. Or woman. We got a lot of good in this trilogy. Even Halloween Ends. There's some good stuff in here. If you want to be a person that is always, it's either this or that, that's fine. You fit right into the world. But if you want to have some nuance, if you want to have some credibility when you talk about why you don't like something, have some reasons for it. Okay? I'm totally mixed on Halloween Ends. I've made a lot of positive videos and I made a lot of shitty videos. I go back and forth, but I enjoy the movie for what it is. Doesn't mean you should at all. If you hate Halloween Ends, you fucking hate Halloween Ends. If you like Halloween 5, you like Halloween 5. There's nothing wrong with any of that. But all the infighting and backstabbing and, saying this person likes Halloween Ends, they're not a fucking true Halloween fan, or this person, hates Halloween Kills or likes Halloween Kills, that you like Tommy Doyle's performance? What are you, a fucking idiot? No, guys. No. There's something for everybody in the Halloween franchise. Now, it's an embarrassment of fucking timelines and bullshit. I'm with you. And I don't know what the fuck they were doing in the David Gordon Green trilogy and a lot of things as far as continuity between the 3 movies. But I'm grateful it exists. So that's the end of my soapbox, guys. Like I said, if that makes you guys not like me, if that makes you unsubscribe, well, you really hurt my feelings. Because I don't give a fuck, actually. But anyway, enough of that. Let's talk about Halloween Ends, the reason we are here. Question number 1. What were we supposed to get with this movie? We know the story by now. COVID happened. They had to wait. It gave them more time to come up with something. And, if you guys, have watched any of my videos lately, earlier this month, or it might have been in the end of September, I made a video, called, like, how Jamie Lee Curtis ruined the Halloween franchise or something like that. I was being dramatic. But I meant what I said. I think she had a lot of power in this trilogy. And COVID happened, and it gave her the ability to kind of convince them to change the story around to this story. Okay? And a lot of people like this story, and I like this story too. But I wonder what we were supposed to get in this movie. I'm coming for you, Michael. Boom, same night, after he kills Karen. What were we supposed to get? Was it just going to be like an epic conclusion? Was like the kitchen battle we got in this at the end for like 3 minutes? Was that going to be extended to some 20-minute battle? And in between there, Michael and Laurie are going to be like on a collision course on that same night? Oh, the what ifs with Halloween Ends and stuff like that, and this trilogy as a whole. The what ifs are going to be pretty interesting when we finally start getting the truth in 20 years or whenever the hell it is. So yeah, I just can't help but wonder what we were supposed to get. Question number 2 is, was the convo with Laurie in Corey's head? So about, was it halfway through the movie, 2/3 of the way through the movie, Corey wakes up and he's in, not the Myers house, but a little kid that he accidentally killed's house, on the staircase, and he's sleeping. And he wakes up and Laurie's there, like banging the chair against the wall. Boom, boom, boom. And Laurie's kind of just not really messing with him, but basically telling him to stay the hell away from Allison, right? She knows he's on the path to evil right now. Stay away from my granddaughter. And I really like Laurie in this scene. I think she's like almost like conniving and having fun, and like she's in control, right? But she has this great scene, and it's just a great scene overall, but I want to know, is it in Corey's head? Because like he like turns away and she's gone, boom, like the Shape. And I don't know if it was supposed to be some fucking dumb callback or what, but I want to know if you think that was in Corey's head. I go back and forth on it. The one thing they cut from this movie that was in the trailer was from that scene that really bumps me out, because I love it in the trailer. The trailer of this movie is awesome. It wasn't even close to the movie we got, but it was awesome. But Corey says, "What are you going to do when Michael Myers comes back for you? Because he is coming." Like, I love that. And they cut it out. But yeah, I want to know if you think that convo was in Corey's head. Question 3. If that junkyard scene was Michael and not Corey, would we be calling it a top 10 Myers scene? I love that whole junkyard scene. I love the score in there. It's fucking awesome. And just everything. Corey taking a blowtorch to the guy's face. Wearing the mask. You get that great shot up of him, of one of the band jackasses, bullies, looking up at Corey wearing the Myers mask. And it's just like, it's awesome. And I want to know if that was Myers and not Corey, how would that be viewed nowadays? I think it'd be viewed maybe not top 10, but certainly top tier Michael Myers scenes. What do you guys think? Question 4. What's the best movie, or is the best movie, the best idea that this movie explored? So this movie tried exploring all kinds of different things, right? And it might not have worked for you. It kind of worked for me. It kind of didn't. It's going in a lot of different directions, right? But it explored a lot of different ideas. What idea worked the best for you? For me, I love, the idea of Corey's descent into madness, but it's more the idea of how the town was affected by what happened 4 years prior on Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills Night. You get Oscar's mom hanging herself. You have just kind of like a whole huge dark cloud over the town of Haddonfield. That's why they kind of turn on Corey, right? Because they think, oh, he killed an innocent kid again. We just went through this with Myers the year prior. The way the town was affected, the aftermath, I thought was really fascinating. And it's, in fact, why that they did that procession at the end of the movie to kind of heal the town and show that, we beat Michael Myers, or Michael Myers is finally gone. We can move on. Whether you like that scene or not, that's kind of what the symbolism was there, at least in my opinion. So I really liked that idea, exploring that idea. Question 5. If Corey was a somewhat major character in Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills, would that change things? Would that change how this movie was presented to you? Would that change your thoughts on it? For me, I don't think it would change things for most people. I still think we'd have, someone besides Myers, an imposter, doing the killing in a Halloween movie, and that would have people up in arms. And understandably so, right? Michael's a brand. I get that. But obviously, I think it would have made it a lot better, than just being introduced here, and that just shows that there wasn't really a plan, or this wasn't the plan, I should say, in the long run. So I think it would have made it better. It would have helped not have to explain some shit, but I don't think it would have changed much. Question 6. How wasted was Hawkins in this movie? Hawkins was one of the best characters in Halloween 2018, and even though he was relegated to the hospital, he was one of the best characters in Halloween Kills. Will Patton's a great actor, and he just had like 2 scenes in this movie. One at the grocery store with Laurie, acting goofy, both of them, and then one at the end where he busts into Laurie's house after she killed Michael, and his hair's looking all like Chris Farley in that meme or whatever. Completely wasted. But hey, sniffing the cherry blossoms, right? But yeah, he was completely wasted. I would have loved to see the aftermath of him, because he wanted to be the, we got all that flashback to his character in Halloween Kills, and he wanted to be the one to kill Myers. So I just think he was wasted. They wanted to go one direction. They went one direction with the Corey stuff. They still should have found a way to get Hawkins in here more. Question 7. Why didn't Allison sleep with Dr. Mathis for her promotion? Come on, Allison. I mean, she slept with that fucking other old cop, Delaney or Maroney or whatever. O'Doyle. She's going to sleep with that old fuck. Why didn't you sleep with him for his promotion? Her promotion. And then you can't complain that the redhead is. Allison obviously went through a lot. Between 18 and Kills, losing her dad, losing her mom, being attacked, all that shit. Losing her friends, right? Boyfriend right in front of her, getting his neck snapped, like crazy shit. She went through a hell of a lot more almost than, arguably, than Laurie did, right? So it's understandable that she'd make questionable decisions. I buy all that. Get your promotion, girl. Get your fucking promotion. Do what needs to be done. I just had to throw a fun one in there, right? Question 8. Where does the opening of this movie rank in the franchise? Now, I always wonder, what if we didn't know what the opening was going to be? If you remember when the trailer came out to Halloween Ends, a synopsis also came out, which explained Corey's involvement in this movie. I think it was giving us a warning, and I think they were forced to by like the studio or someone said people are going to freak the fuck out, you need to warn them. So they gave us a synopsis. So we knew right when this scene started that Corey was going to accidentally kill this kid, right? And that might have ruined it on first experience. I always wonder that what if we wouldn't have known that? How would we react? Because that'd be pretty shocking, right? But anyway, where does this opening rank? Because I think it's a really good opening. So let's just go through. 78. Is that a better opening than this? Yes. Halloween 2. Yes. You don't know what death is, and then boom, kick to the credits. The synth. Yes, it's better. Halloween 3. Mr. Grinbridge running around with that mask. It's a good opening. It's close. This one's close to that. It's good. There's a lot of mystique and mystery involved in the Halloween 3 opening. Halloween 4. We get Myers in a coma, being loaded onto the ambulance, and then obviously the opening credits are being amazing. Yeah, Halloween 4 is better. Especially because we hadn't seen Michael, right? And then we see him all bandaged up, and you get Hoffman there, and then you get the security guard. Jesus got nothing to do with this place. So that's all creepy vibe. That's a good opening. Halloween 5, Michael floating on the river, ends is way better than that. Halloween 6, that's close. Jamie escaping sanitarium with her baby, but then we also get Myers not emerging from the darkness, but kind of emerging from the darkness and sticking the nurse's skull on that well-placed spike that is randomly on the wall for some reason. I'd probably put Halloween 6 better just because of that. Halloween H2O is better. Resurrection, this is better than Resurrection. Rob Zombie movies don't really have cold opens kind of like this, so this would be better than them. 2018 is better. Say something. And it kills the flashback to Slam Dunk, obviously. So this is towards the bottom. However, it shows you how many good openings are in this franchise. Holy shit. This is probably like the 4th worst or something like that. And it's really good. So yeah, that's kind of where it ranked for me. Let me know where you think this opening ranks. Question number 9. Here's my biggest gripe with this movie. It has nothing to do with Corey Cunningham. And it's, why does Laurie do a 180 with her view on Myers in this movie? What I mean by that is, in Halloween Kills, 2018 too, but especially Halloween Kills, she's very preachy, using all this, fancy talk, fancy language regarding Myers. The more he kills, the more he transcends. All that shit. Shit Loomis would say, right? And then we get here. And she has him pinned down, and she says, and I'm paraphrasing here, "You're just a man. You're just a man that bleeds." Complete 180. And this is after her daughter dies. You'd think she'd be more thinking that he was supernatural and all kinds of transcending and all that bullshit, right? So I don't like the 180 she does, and I just wonder why. Why couldn't they have the same thing where, she's not doing that 180? And I get it. It's probably her character. She didn't want Allison to be affected, but I get all this. I get all that. I get all the symbolism. I understand all that, but I don't buy it. And finally, question number 10. Will this movie age like Halloween 3 is aged? What I mean by that is, Halloween 3 everyone hated forever, right? And it started a great cult following, and now it was underrated for so long, and now it's probably appropriately rated, possibly overrated, depending on who you talk to, right? But it's got a lot of love right now. Will Halloween Ends follow that same path? The thing is, we don't really know. Like, you would say no, yes. Nobody knows how things evolve 20, 30 years from now. Even this trilogy as a whole, right? You might hate it right now, and that's perfectly fine. You don't know how you're going to feel 30 years from now. Look at the Star Wars prequels. Everyone hated those until the sequels came along. Wait till you see what the next Halloween movie brings, and then see how you feel about like Halloween 2018 or something like this, right? It'll be fascinating. We don't know what the future holds for this franchise. We just know it does have a future because Michael Myers sells tickets, and he is a money-making machine. So I'm just curious if this will gain a cult following, and I know it's already kind of divisive where it already has its fans. You got those people that are just obsessed with Corey Cunningham, right? And like, Corey can do no wrong, and Halloween Ends is amazing, and blah, 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 right? And I like this movie, but it's not amazing. And it'll be interesting to see how it ages, especially as technology and the internet age and social media and stuff keep expanding. So it'll be interesting. How do you think it'll age? Do you think 20 years from now we're going to have a new appreciation for this? Or do you think it's going to be like, oh, that's the one like we used to do with Halloween 3, right? The one without Michael Myers, this will be the one with Corey Cunningham overpowering old man Michael Myers in the sewer. Like, will that be it? I don't know. Maybe this will be the black sheep of the franchise. Who knows? But I want to know what your thoughts are on that. So that is it. 10 burning questions for every movie in the Halloween franchise. That's 130 burning questions, plus some extra commentary from me at the beginning of this, acting like I'm better than everyone. If that's how that came off, guys, it's not how I meant it. It's not how I meant it. I just get so sick of some of this shit reading it on social media. And like I said, I've been guilty of it myself. So when I say Halloween fans, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about us. That's all I got, guys. Hope you have a great Halloween. Take care.